Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. The Acolyte episode 4 dropped Tuesday night. I didn't watch it till Wednesday morning when I did my review. See, I quarantined myself from all social media stuff until I watched an episode and put out my review. So I'm not influenced by events. But when I was done, I poked my head up from my review. And by the way, you can go watch it right after you're done here, link in the description below. I poked my head up from my review and I discovered that something that I talked about in the review was a big deal. It was a big deal, not necessarily for the reason that I focused on, but for another reason. What am I talking about? Well, you're watching the episode. Master Leslie Headland's wife is holding her small council. And here is a dude. This dude right here pops up, and you're thinking, nah. That cannot be Master Ki-Adi-Mundi from the prequel trilogy. Because this is 100 years. And he can't be alive yet. Well, you get to the credits and boom, there it is. It is indeed Master Ki-Adi-Mundi. This is bad for two major reasons. The first major reason, the one that I particularly think is the worst one, is the fact that this is Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni continuing to push their deconstruction of the Jedi by making them bad guys, willingly deceiving people, willingly lying about stuff. And all under the pretense of, certain point of view. It's a horrible scapegoat. And what do I mean by that exactly? Because Ki-Adi-Mundi is the guy who utters the line, the Sith haven't been seen for over 1,000 years. That means they are setting him up to be the culprit, the main instigator left at the time to cover up the events of the Acolyte. This is their solution to this bullshit show. Make Ki-Adi-Mundi the bad guy, that he covered it all up. Make the Jedi look bad. That's what they want to do. To me, that's way worse than the age thing. But the age thing is just as bad in a sense that it is a symptom of what's wrong with Disney Star Wars and those who follow it. What am I talking about exactly? When I poked my head up, as I said from my review, and discovered what was going on, there had been a war being conducted on Wookieepedia. The Park Place is covering in a particular article here. I disagree with where they start saying that Wookieepedia wasn't backing Leslie Headland's comments about you're not a Star Wars fan. No, they are always backing her up because they're always pulling the lines like this. Everybody's a fan. It's made for everybody. The usual bullshit. But it got crazy when, as I read here, the message comes as numerous editors on the website, Wookieepedia, attempted to change the birth date for Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi, who appeared in the episode despite him not being alive at the time the show takes place, 100 years before the events of The Phantom Menace. The current entry, the Disney canon entry, because Disney canon is Disney canon, and then there's actual real Star Wars, the expanded universe, all that stuff, even though they want to use this dirty slur. This is a dirty slur right here. I will not say it. A dirty slur made up by Disney to delegitimize real Star Wars. Anyway, the current entry does not list a birth date for Ki-Adi-Mundi, but rather details he took part in a meeting with the other Jedi in the year 132 BBY before Battle of Yavin. In previous entries and the current dirty slur entry list Mundi's birth year as 93 BBY, given, and here is the kicker, and this is something we're going to come back to in a moment, given it was established in Episode 1 Insider's Guide that now Dirty Slur Dark Horse comic series Star Wars Republic Prelude to Rebellion detailed that Ki-Adi-Mundi was 60 years old just before the events of The Phantom Menace. Given the fact that he was 60 years old ahead of Phantom Menace, which took place in 33 BBY, Mundi must have been born around 93 BBY. And it also is documented in a Topps trading card right there. Age, 70, blah, blah, blah. Point is, what happened on Wookieepedia, to boil it down, people went in to change because his birth date had been the same on the Disney canon side. They went in to change it because Disney's the canon and you need to shut up. And everybody said, no, we don't need to shut up. You don't get to change George's guidelines, because when it says here, the Star Wars Episode 1 Insider's Guide, that means it was an official piece of source material released alongside the movie, which means it was George Lucas created and approved. But Disney gets to change the rules. So here's what happens. So that happens, and suddenly online, giant bullshit shitstorm happens, and you get the stands rushing to defend why is this such a big deal. Here are just a couple of examples. Ki-Adi-Mundi appearing does not break canon. Here's why. His birth year was never established in canon. Well, we just proved you wrong with that, where George Lucas created and approved source material guide says his birth year is essentially 93 BBY. Fake fans, always gonna goddamn fake fan, will always get caught in their bullshit because they don't know. They think they know, but they don't. At this point in the episode, he never knew that the system behind anything that is still unknown to him. And that is the limited view of a moron not realizing that he's gonna be completely involved in the whole thing. He will be fully known. That is the crime here. He's being set up to be a liar, willingly deceiving the rest of the Jedi, the High Council, and the galaxy that this event never happened. But they don't care. Their defense, Disney is canon, shut up. You don't get to argue. Just because Disney changed it doesn't make it canon. There is a tier system always. George Lucas 6 movies are the top tier. After that, you get your other tiers, and right there, that's the true next tier. Right there. Not Disney. Disney coming in, throwing it all out, slapping with a dirty L-word slur doesn't make it right, doesn't make it true. But it doesn't stop there. This tool, this willing piece of shit shill, there's not a single thing in this one scene that indicates that he knows anything about their origin or really any details directly relevant to the Phantom Menace. Maybe try watching instead of regurgitating other people's inaccurate garbage, or find something you enjoy and watch that. Oh, so now we're combining shut up. Now it's not just shut up, Disney's canon, to, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch it. The same old bullshit manufactured by these assholes who will willingly carry Disney's turd-filled water and then drink it happily. This is what we're dealing with here. That's why I say it's slightly not as bad as the intent by Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni to deconstruct the Jedi by making Ki-Adi-Mundi a willing cover-up artist. This is bad because this is the state of the standum, the Disney Star Wars standum. They will rush to happily defend lore breaks. And this proves they're not fans. Not a one of them. And that boils down to my final point here. How do you spot a Disney Star Wars stan? They're constantly telling you that Disney Star Wars is canon and constantly using the L slur word. If you constantly have to tell somebody something is canon, maybe it isn't. If you constantly have to remind the world that this happened in the canon and not here, maybe you have a problem that no one is accepting your version of it. That's the thing. Real people, real fans have rejected Disney Star Wars. A lot of them, over the past couple of years, have gone to embrace the expanded universe because, and I know this hurts them whenever I say it, George Lucas governed the entire thing for 30 years. Nothing went out without his approval. That makes it real Star Wars. Everything since 2012, since Disney purchased it, hasn't been George approved. So that doesn't make it legitimate. But according to these people, shut up. Disney is canon because Disney says so. Not because George says so, but because Disney says so. There you go. I don't think I need to make it any clearer. There are real fans and there are fake fans like this who will willingly, happily shit all over George Lucas Star Wars in order to push the changes of Disney. Because this right here, what they've done with Ki-Adi-Mundi, is a change to George Lucas's design of who he was and when he existed. That's it. I think I've made my case, so I'm done for now. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about whiny Stan, fake fan, and SJW Fifis. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.